Hello and welcome to Let Me Be Your Game Guide, and this is a seance episode.
Woohoo,
These episodes feature games of the horror genre, so grab your salt and holy water as we voluntarily scare ourselves this week. I'm your host, Emma.
This is Rylan.
This is Shawn.
Join us for this week's rating episode as we commune with the beyond and enter the gaming spirit world. For the remainder of this episode, let me be your game guide. Crazy.
Not as crazy as this game.
Yeah,
we're about to talk about.
Fact.
Oh, yeah. So here we are. This is a part 1 episode for Bramble, the Mountain King.
We're going to be rambling about Bramble.
Rambling and
Nice.
brambling.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but before we get too far into things, don't forget to give the podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/letmebeyourgg, where you can view episodes early as they post sometime on Sunday, a couple days before the episode posts everywhere else. You can also join our $1 tier and get the Press Start series videos that post on Saturdays. These are me playing the first hour of the game that we're going to talk about. So join for free for early episodes, join for $1 for the Press Start series. You can also find us on most socials as Let Me Be Your GG. That's LetMeBeyourGG. And we're on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Check us out on Twitch. We stream every other Thursday around 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And we do trailer reactions for the game we're about to play. So if you want to know what's coming up, join our Twitch, follow us, turn on notifications, and come hang out for like 15 minutes.
Heck yeah.
You can find us on TikTok as Let Me Be Your Game Guide with no spaces, and you can email us at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. This is the best way to send in game requests. Just make sure to include game request in the subject line so it's easy for us to find. Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a zooming. Like you're keeping it quick.
Here's the thing. I listened to Shawn host our last episode, and so you had your intro and you immediately did plugs, and then we could kind of just like ease into the episode. I really liked that you got plugs just out of the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Because honestly, if I'm being real, I don't think listeners care about our plugs. I think that people are probably skipping past them.
Sure.
So, yeah, that's, I just wanted to get that over with. And before we really get into the episode, we've been doing this podcast for over a year now. So, this time last year,
I know what it is.
We were discussing a game.
This is a part 2.
It's, yeah, we're a little off kilter. So our this time last year was a discussion episode. Go back into the...
Come on, Shawn, you can do it. If you do it, you rule.
Well, so it was Little Misfortune at first, right?
Yeah.
And then this would be the next game that we had played, which would be Emma's pick.
Yep.
Very good.
Yeah.
Is it Tome?
No!
Oh!
I hated this game.
Oh, Self-Loss?
No.
Because you liked it. You didn't finish it, so yeah, that didn't work.
It was Reigns.
Oh, Reigns Part 2. Yeah, I forgot because we talked about Reigns Part 1. No, we didn't like it.
It's okay. Yeah, but go listen to the episode because Rylan played a version of Reigns that sounded a lot more fun than the original.
Many versions.
Yeah, there's so many versions.
Yeah, there's so many versions.
If you're looking for a fun phone game, you can download Reigns.
Yeah. Rylan seemed way better than ours, I think.
Yeah.
I know how to pick them.
But
you know how to pick them, dude.
That's what we were doing this time last year, which is crazy. I hope everyone's having a good 2026. Oh, and I don't think either of these people listen to the podcast, and this is not going to release, but the day we're recording, happy birthday to my brother and to Lamiri.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Woo!
They're not going to know at all because I don't think either one of them listens.
That's fine.
But
all right.
But I'll know.
It's cemented in history.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. Then come back to this.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. So we are talking about Bramble the Mountain King. This was very high on my list when we first started doing the podcast.
Yeah. I was going to say, this has been, you showed me this like a million years ago.
Yeah. A million years ago when we started the podcast. But it had released, I'm getting ahead of myself. It had released in 2023. So that was the year that we started this podcast, I think. Or no, 2024. Yeah. So, yeah.
But dang.
I'm just going to do a quick little spoiler-free game description of Bramble before we get going.
Yeah, that sounds great.
So this is... I don't even know where to start. It's a horror adventure game where you play as a tiny little boy named Olle.
Olle!
And he's a brave boy.
He's the bravest boy. Are you kidding me?
I think he's simple.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think that's why he's so brave.
He's on an adventure to save his older sister, Lillimore, who got captured by a troll. He threw her in a bag and took her away.
Yeah.
So really this is chocked full of Swedish folklore. It's heavily inspired by that. And so yeah, it's just kind of his adventure on his way to save his sister.
Yeah, and all the BS he has to go through, all the horrific
Golly.
the horrifics.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah, and we'll get real into it during our discussion episode next week. So if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. And I have a bunch of folklore that we're going to get into next week.
Sweet,
so.
I'm so excited for
Sweet.
it.
Yeah,
That's going to be cool.
I bought a book.
Damn.
Dang.
Yeah, but let's just get into the developers a little bit, and then we will rate this game. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. Bramble the Mountain King was developed by Dimfrost Studios, which is actually changing to Maximum Studios here in like a month. At least that's what it says on their developer webpage.
Wow.
So by the time you're listening to it, they may not be Dimfrost Studio anymore. They might be Maximum Studios. So it was published by Merge Games, and you can play this on PC, Mac, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Xbox One and Xbox Series S and X. It was released April 27th, 2023, and when it's not on sale, it is $29.99. It's about $30. Just a little bit about the developers. I'm just going to list, on their developer page, there was no, list of people. So,
weird.
Yeah, their About Me section was a little vague, and so I kind of went into the credits of the game, and I just pulled the very first credit is the kind of creators. So these are the brains behind the game. There are other names, and you can find the full credits in our show notes, and we'll link that, but here are 4 names that I'm about to butcher because they are Swedish. So we have Eleanor Moren, Mikael Lindhe, Fredrik Selldén, and Fredrik Prunter. Are there really 2 Frederiks? That's crazy. I might have that wrong.
Oh,
I wonder if they have to do like Fred and Freddy kind of thing.
Fred and Freddy.
Yeah. What do they call them at the office? Like Freddie M and Freddie L, or I don't know.
What
L and P.
Yeah, I mean, they just go by last names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? What are you talking about?
You know, like in school when it's like David B and David H or something.
Oh, yeah. We're getting off topic a little bit, but I went to school with an Emily who wanted to go by Emma. So they're like, oh, we'll just call her Emma, and then you can be Emma L.
That is...
And I threw a fit.
I would.
Because I was like, my real name is Emma, so she can be Emma
the
whatever.
Pretender.
Yeah.
I'm going to look up the full credits.
This is why kids are so screwed up, you know?
What?
I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. The injustices that children experience.
Yeah, these days it's just insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Yeah.
Okay, it is 2 Frederiks. I just wanted to double check because I have had a copy and paste issue before, and I didn't want someone to be misnamed. But anyways.
Sure.
Double Fred.
Yep.
Confirmed a double Fred.
Confirmed a double Fred. Anyways, so those are our developers. That is the creators of this game. Of course, there's many others that helped, so check out the full credits if you're interested.
Probably more Freds helped.
Oh,
yeah, probably a couple more, yeah.
Takes a village of Freds.
Currently, there's no accessibility report that I can attach to our show notes, so it will not be there unless we find one later, and if we do, we'll update it. So,
dope.
Yeah. Interesting. I think that's about all I got for the developers.
Cool. What? Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
And now what you've all been waiting for.
How long do you think it's going to take for you to just be like ready to tell us?
That's my New Year's resolution. Get ready.
I mean,
I bet by the next one he'll have it.
It's like, it's not a bit because it's been going on too long. Like, it's just embarrassing now.
Well, now it's part of it. Or do you just want to skip it now? Are you done being there?
No, that I'm going to have some personal growth over the course of the year, and all of our listeners will hear it and they'll be inspired to have personal growth in their own life.
That's a great idea.
And I don't know.
We'll inspire others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. I usually cut out most of the pause before you forget. So it sounds like you only forget for a second, but I'm going to leave it in this time. I'm just going to leave the whole and put some crickets or something.
It wasn't that long though.
I lay bare before our listeners, and they can hear the real me. You know, for once.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's usually long enough that I think my computer has stopped playing. But let's get into it. We take into account general considerations such as length, challenge rating, and replayability. We also consider story and narrative topics, including plot, characters, and world building. Presentation topics, including graphics and sound design and music. Gameplay topics, including content variety and mechanics. And lastly, we consider the overall value of the game. So, let's start out with general considerations and talk about length. How long did it take you guys to beat this game, or how long did you play it for?
I think it took me around, I played until like the last, I don't know, hour-ish or so, but I think I watched the remainder of it, so I know what happens. I think with that included, it'd be around 4.5-ish hours. So
Sweet.
Yeah, that's almost exactly where I am. I think just more than. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I was at 4.8. So I think it could be solidly averaged, 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
4.5 and 5 hours. Challenge rating. We have a scale that starts at beginner. It escalates to easy, then moderate, difficult, and it tops out at expert. Where are you guys putting this on the challenge rating scale?
Yeah, it wasn't super difficult. A lot of it, the puzzles weren't. There was one section that the puzzles were probably pretty hard, but outside of that, I think it was pretty easy. So.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think anytime I got stuck, it was because I was being stupid.
Yeah, the most trouble I had was with being impatient. So having to try things over and over again because I wasn't patient enough.
Yeah, there are definitely some sneaky things where when you have to like hide behind things, you're like, I can make it, and then you just get blown.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh man. Target audience. Here, Rylan, there are some intense content warnings.
And I just had it up, but of course I don't have it up now. Okay. Warning. This game contains explicit violence and excessive blood and gore. It also references topics such as suicide, infanticide.
I think you were right.
That one. Murder, harm to minors, psychological trauma, and harm to animals. So if that sounds good to you, get in here.
Yeah. And if it sounds triggering, get out.
Yeah. Just get out.
It is pretty graphic for sure. So there's definitely some scenes and some sounds and some things that happen. So.
Yeah, it's like weirdly like it has these mature themes, but I don't feel like it was a very mature game necessarily.
Because there's definitely moments where it's like, oh, that's very sweet and humbling, like kind, like that. Oh, that's so nice, and then it can go 180 real quick.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because like for me, I would say like a lot of these things are things that I feel sensitive about. This game didn't, like, honestly, like the emotional connection wasn't there for me on this game.
Honestly, I'm glad because I was really worried that this was because for me, I was a little bit affected by some of the themes. I was like, oh my God. Like, I remember coming into work and being like, I'm so sorry, you guys. Like, you haven't gotten there yet, but I'm so sorry.
And it may be like a result of expectations because you had said that, and then I'm playing, and like honestly, a lot of it I thought was kind of funny, like not like actually funny, but like in the context of the game, like it was absurd. It was absurd,
yes.
So
yeah.
Well, this game is rated M for mature, and they note blood and gore, intense violence, nudity, partial nudity, which apparently you have to put both.
Wait.
Yes.
Okay. That doesn't matter. I'm trying to figure out where the nudity was. I feel like I know the partial nudity, but I don't know where the actual nudity was.
I wasn't paying attention enough, but
I'm
sure
the partial was the gnomes, right? The gnome section?
The gnomes?
little butts.
Yeah, they're little butts.
That might have been the full nudity.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
They're butts?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
but
remember their butts.
there's a boss that's pretty nude.
Yeah, but I feel like she's like kind of covered up.
Well, but it's just anatomically she's different.
Sure.
So I
don't
think
know.
she's as nude as she would be. Anyways, it's not important.
Yeah.
There's some nudity and violence. So who do you think would be interested in a game like this?
It plays very much like Brothers.
Yeah.
Kind of. So if you're along for an adventure, I think if you're not looking for like deep or complex gameplay and you just want like to have an experience, and you're not bothered by the themes in this game, too much, I think that's a good fit probably.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that Brothers definitely reminds me of that / like Shadow of Colossus because of like there's certain parts in the game where things are a lot bigger than you and you need to jump onto these bigger objects and get up into higher locations, which is very much Shadow of Colossus vibes.
Yeah.
And so I kind of pictured it a little bit like that / Shadow of Colossus is also a pretty dark game. So it kind of reminded me of that as well. But I think if you're interested in both those games and you like definitely a Finnish, Swedish, Norwegian story and you like lore from that kind of area in those games, then by all means, this is one for you.
Yeah.
That's a good call. The cultural tie-in I think is neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm all about the folklore.
Yeah.
And that's really what drew me to this game. I just think it's so cool. And if you haven't listened to our Pilgrims episode yet, that was our second episode, so be kind to us if you do go back that far. But we do a lot of folklore talk in that game as well, and it's similar. I think it was more on the Nordic side of things. I mean, which it's Scandinavian. It's all kind of.
It's all one thing, I think.
I thought that was like Russian.
No, you know what? It's Czech Republic.
It was
Czechia.
Czechia, yeah.
Czechia, because I remember we were educated on that it was called Czechia.
Yeah. I was gonna say I feel like it was like more Eastern European.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
right. Yeah. So apologies, but still folklore and still fun.
Yeah, totally,
for sure.
But cool. Moving on to the last section in our general considerations, we're going to talk about replayability. Is this game replayable?
I don't think so.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is really easy to play again, so you could if you really liked it.
Yeah.
I'd say if you liked it, you replay it for sure. I don't think I would necessarily, but
I don't know if I necessarily would either. It doesn't draw me in like other games have where it's replayable. So
yeah, I definitely don't think I would ever replay this game. Not in a bad way. I think I say that a lot, that I would never play a game, but it's usually not because I hated it, but it's a one and done.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, we are going to move into our first numbered rating section, which is story and narrative. We rate things from 1 to 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. And we're going to start with plot. What did you guys give plot?
2.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was leaning to, because there isn't a whole lot of plot to this game. It's kind of like you start out with a story, a lot of random stuff happens in between, and then you get to the end, and you're like, what the fuck just happened? So, I would say 2 also. There's not a whole lot there, but I think that's not exactly the intent of the game. So
No. Yeah, and I feel like the 2, for like the reasons you mentioned, but also just like I kind of said before, like I didn't get like an emotional connection. There were some story I guess parts where it's like maybe you're supposed to feel strongly, sad or whatever, and I didn't really feel sad, so it was just kind of like, oh, okay, we're doing this now, okay, which is fine,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at my thing and it says 4, but what you guys are saying is pretty valid. I'm probably gonna move it down to a 3. I really enjoyed again the folklore and kind of learning about some of these monsters and creatures.
Yeah.
Of course, I had to do that on my own. I wasn't learning through the game, but there were times that I felt like it was kind of shallow, like we were getting breadcrumbs of this folklore, but it wasn't really going in depth, and then we were moving on to the next thing, which was a little disappointing because there are some really cool things, like really cool monsters, really cool. I don't know, a lot of the bosses are like famous folklore characters. And so it was just it lacked the depth that I was craving.
Yeah, it seemed like I mean, we're definitely blending into like the world building here, but it seems like I don't even know what I was saying anymore.
No,
Crap.
it's okay, dude. It's kind of blending into world building. I mean, I think you could almost put plot and world building as a 2.5 if you wanted to, because I mean, I don't think world building was also a key pillar to this game or what they were trying to push.
Yeah, it's like we were kind of meandering through fairy tales, you know, which was fun, but you know, maybe it's because I didn't know the fairy tales. It kind of felt like a lot of the elements were like too distinct and not connected.
They were very disjointed. It literally felt like you were stepping out of one book and into another. You weren't walking through one cohesive space.
Yeah, which I think could have been supported with like an overall narrative differently. But maybe if you do know the folklore, you get more out of that.
Sure,
but I don't.
Yeah. So. I mean, within the game, they should at least provide you with a little bit more of like what this means and what's going on. Because there is a narrator in the game, and they could just say a little bit more about what this person is. I mean, they do in some, but not in all. So yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah.
It also may not have been like the intention of the game designers, but I think they had a really good opportunity to like share more of that with us. Like even in other ways, like there was a couple books in the game that you can interact with that kind of tell like a little bit of a story. But again, it's like it's so little when you could have a lot more information about these tales, I guess.
Yeah. So I feel maybe we have the same ratings for our plot and our world building. They're kind of sitting at the same numbers. Is that how you guys are feeling? Or?
No.
Oh, no?
No, I think the world building was higher, you know, just because it was very fantastical and interesting, I thought, but I just couldn't get any information. You know, it's like the sort of thing where it's like I realize there's more to this, I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah. Well, typically we go into characters next, but let's just jump into world building. Just because we have kind of bled that way, and then we'll jump back to characters.
Sure.
So world building, I think I'm also putting it a 3. Because it just, you know, I wanted more. I thought it was really cool. A lot of the space that you explore is kind of like fun and exciting, but then it's gone. And so I wish that we would have gotten more of it, but I enjoyed what I did get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably just ditto that with a 3 also.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to go with a 4 because I thought it was really cool, but too disjointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like one cohesive world necessarily.
Yeah, it was very close to being like excellent.
Yeah.
But just not there. Well, let's jump back to characters. It's interesting because we don't have a lot of characters in this game. There's a lot of creatures and there's a lot of I think, you know, like some of the bosses definitely characters and other creatures you interact with, you know, kind of have personalities.
That's true. Yeah, they all have their own quirkiness to them, I think. Yeah.
I couldn't believe that they gave you like the cutest, most adorable little gnome babies.
Yes.
In the beginning, and I was like, "Oh no. Oh, this is bad news."
It turned out not good.
I mean, spoilers.
They mostly kind of die like implicitly, like they're not really dying in your face, I don't think, right?
Well, I led a couple to their death.
There's that
true.
one.
You can see it on the stream. Oh my gosh.
Walk into the house and good.
Yeah, join our Patreon and you can see what happened.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah. But I gave characters a 2. To be honest, I liked I loved the folklore, but like the characters were like not there.
Yeah, I would agree. I think 2.5. I'll give it a 0.5.
Do you guys have a favorite character?
Oh, I liked Lamus.
Okay.
Yeah, Lamus is cool. I like the gnomes while we had the gnomes.
Yes, the gnomes were very cute.
Yeah, those guys.
They had those horrible baby.
The baby voices were weird though. Yeah.
We'll talk about this next week, but yeah, there is a section where I was like, "Can I mute this? Like, can I turn the volume off?"
Like, baby noises
it's when
off?
They started crying.
Oh, yeah,
when they were
makes sense.
crying,
Yeah.
but it was like,
so pitifully.
Yeah.
Sad little.
I think I liked the guy with the rake. I think he was my favorite.
Wasn't it a lady?
The lady with the rake. What, I can't remember what her name was.
Pesta.
Pesta.
Pesta. Yeah.
I thought she was funny.
We'll go into her lore next week.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear about Pesta's lore.
There's not a ton, but it is interesting.
Yeah, I think I didn't really like the character you play as like at all. Yeah. He looked like if Boss Baby grew up.
He had a weird face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, literally, because I thought of that and I was like, well, that's a good bit. And I looked it up. He does look like Boss Baby.
Like, we'll put a side by side in our Instagram.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and it's kind of like in Brothers we mentioned this too. Like the kid looks weird.
Yeah.
Why does the kid look like that?
I don't know.
Anyways, and he was just a very weird 8-year-old, very very weird 8-year-old.
Yeah,
but
he was 8.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was 8, and Lillimore was I think 11.
11. You're right. Yeah, that does sound right. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like he's a weird spindly 8-year-old. No hate to the spindly 8-year-olds out there, but he was a weird one. Did I give a numbered rating?
No.
Okay, well let's just say 3. 3 is fine.
All right. If you say so.
There wasn't. I think the lack of dialogue, and maybe it's because they wanted the localization to be easy in this game. You didn't really get a lot out of the characters. Like everything was done by the narrator basically, and any expressions that characters had, and I don't think they were especially expressive.
Yeah.
So that may have contributed to the lack of like emotional attachment or like a connection, I guess.
Yeah. And I think they were trying to do it in like a storybook way. I think they were really trying to stick to that fairy tale, you're living a story type of feel.
Yeah.
Almost like the Plucky Squire. Remember the Plucky Squire? Everything was narrated.
Yeah. They had so much dialogue in the Plucky Squire though, so I feel like the characters came out more.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and even oh gosh, what was that game we played just last year? By Sweet Carol.
Mm-hmm.
That one was also narrated heavily, but he would narrate the voices or like what they were saying. No, they just talked.
They
had voice acting.
Never mind.
They had good voice acting in that game.
They did. Yeah. But all right, well, let's move over to the presentation section and start talking about graphics. I feel like I have trouble with graphics like these.
Oh, tell me more.
I feel like it's like a weird, you're stuck in between like super detailed, like fine graphics and not. I don't know how to explain it. Like it seemed,
because it's still cartoony.
Yes, like it seemed like it was going to be super realistic, but there's even a point where like there's blood trickling down and it's literally just like this straight line of like it doesn't flow or anything. There was like so much detail, but like a lack of detail all at the same time. And I feel like we got this with Brothers. We got it a little bit with Two Falls. Two Falls was definitely very much like stylistically different, but you get this like hyper realistic look, but then missing details in other places, and it just really throws me off.
Did you play with like the graphics on really high? Because I know you have a nice computer now.
I would think so, because my computer sounded like it was going to explode when I was playing it.
Yeah, because I my first like 30 minutes, I was like, wow, these graphics are amazing.
Yeah.
And then my GPU crashed. So I had to turn it down. But for that first 30 minutes, I was quite impressed, actually.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe the stylistic, I see what you mean. I don't think it bugged me. I was very impressed by the graphics while I had them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I would agree. I thought it looked nice too, but I also agree with Emma, because there was moments where like I was playing and then like maybe a character would like drop down or something, and like their hair would do like weird. It was like stand straight up. So
weird.
Instead of like flowing down, like it was kind of weird. So I definitely noticed that like during the cinematic scenes, it was like crisp, looks so good. But then you get into some of these other scenes, you're like, well, that's a little funny. Like it just doesn't look as polished as the other stuff.
Yeah.
So
maybe I was just catching that, and I think it's kind of unfair because you get these graphics that most of the time look so good.
Uh-huh.
If there's one little deviation from it,
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that? Ugh.
Like the kid's face.
Yeah, every time he showed up.
Yeah.
Oh man, you just have something against big blue eyes.
No, did he even have blue eyes in this game?
I thought so.
Yeah.
No, I feel like these, maybe it's the hyper realistic-esque, like, but cartoony people.
Maybe
It's just so hard to do faces in that style. Could be what
It
it
is.
Because we also had the same problem in like this bed we made. Remember? Because the people just looked off. You know?
Yeah.
It's tough. So maybe it's just
it's just an uncanny valley thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But man, that kid was uncanny.
Well, I'm giving graphics a 3.5. That's where I'm landing. I had 3, but I think it deserves more than that.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.5. That seems fair. It does look great. Don't get me wrong. There's majority of it does look really good. It's just moments that I saw where I was like, oh, that doesn't look like the other stuff. So
Yeah, I think I wish that they had the camera not panned down so frequently so you could see more. I also noticed at the beginning of the game there was some parts where you like maybe had opportunity to see like cool things on the horizon. And they just put like fog there instead.
Yeah.
And I was like, give me the cool views. We kind of
Yeah.
saw some later in the game. But I will say, I think that they were trying to do this. And I think they succeeded very well. The lighting in this game, I thought was very good.
yeah,
And I think that they were proud of that because they showed it off multiple times. I mean, they had the damn light ball that you carry around and can use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But the lighting was very good. They had some puzzles that involved like when you use the light or when the light's not there. And I thought it always looked great even on when I bumped my graphics down to medium. So
yeah.
It was never too dark, which there were some moments where in this game,
It could be.
not done correctly. It could have been too dark. But
Yeah.
It
when
wasn't.
they put the little slider up that's like, make sure the one on the left's barely visible, I always go even higher than that.
I do
Yeah,
too.
a couple notches. Yeah, for sure.
It was that one pitfall.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So 4.5 if I didn't say it for graphics.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I liked them.
Yeah.
Nice. And then let's talk about sound design and music.
I actually really like the sound design and music.
Yeah.
Even in the final boss, when you're listening to the music that's playing there, it's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, what is it called? It's something. It's called
like,
the Mountain King.
It's like called like in the Hall of the Mountain King.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like perfect for that final fight. So yeah, I think sound design and music was good. I'd give it a 4.
How does that song go?
Do, 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 do,
Yeah,
do,
that
do,
one.
do, do. Yeah.
Yeah. But they like made it like more intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had like an organ and like I don't even know.
I have a video. I could pull it up if we want to hear it again.
Sure.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
hold
let's
on.
hear it.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was really funny. I thought that was like kind of an absurd song. So much of this game, I was like, this is absurd to me.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, I didn't think it was funny at all. There was never a time where I was like, ha. Which I know that's not what you were doing, but
Oh, I was.
oh,
I was laughing out loud. And then I was trying to explain to my partner like later we were getting dinner and I was like, let me tell you what was funny. And she didn't think it was funny either. But you had to be there.
yeah,
Me laughing
I
by myself
imagine.
with my dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, hold on here.
Legitimately though, I thought this game was really funny.
That's great. I'm happy for you.
Me too.
No ads.
Here is
I
it
think
on
we could
Spotify?
just find. I think we just find it on
Yeah,
YouTube
I
or
thought I
some
was
shit.
at that part, but I just passed it.
What's that game called? Bramble.
I got it.
Oh,
All right,
Whoa,
are you
this
ready?
is a family-friendly podcast.
we swear a lot though.
I'm just.
Boom, 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 boom.
Let me play it where we don't have like a random streamer yelling in the background.
fourth member of the podcast.
Hey, shout out to Jack Spice Sepsis I think SEPTICI.
Huh.
Jack Septic Eye. That's the guy that I watched.
Ooh.
He was actually very entertaining. So
Yeah.
yeah, shout out.
Honestly, that was probably good enough.
Okay.
Look it up on Spotify. You
Look it
can
up on-
find
It's
it.
on Spotify
Play
from
the
the
game.
game.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, I
Could play the
think-
game. Get to the
Thank you.
end, fools.
Also on the sound design and music, conversation, the narrator,
Yeah.
it's like Kate Blanchett, basically.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Felt like I was
sure.
watching Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, you did mention that during the
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, she did a good job, I guess.
There were also like moments where you were running and there was like a lady singing.
Yeah, they were like I don't know, serenading,
Yeah.
siren.
Yeah,
Like it was
yeah.
just out in the distance. You just hear like oh,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, that's crazy. So
Well, it would like cut to this part where you were just running, where it would kind of pan out and you were just running.
To walk forever. I was
And
jumping
then-
because I was faster.
And then there was this like woman singing like a song.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then it's that part was kind of mirrored later, where you're doing in a similar area, but it's naughty and not nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So I give sound design and music a 4.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think
4.
also a lot of the monsters had like cool noises, and there was like gross noises when they're hacking meat.
Oh
and
my
stuff like
God,
that.
yeah. The sound effects for everything were so good.
yeah,
Yeah.
brutal though.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's move right along to our gameplay section and let's talk about content variety.
Bum, 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 bum.
I don't think that there was a ton. I was never bored, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest. I know that it was mostly just kind of like almost like a walking sim, but you had some
Yeah.
like sneaky times, you had some puzzle times. Everything was super easy, but sometimes I am about it. Like I'm like, just spoon feed me something easy to move along.
Yeah, I think maybe it's just my mood or whatever, but like it didn't bug me as much as it did in Brothers. I'll be honest. At the beginning of this game, Bramble, I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be a slog. But at some point, it just started becoming entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of fine with it. There were some parts that were still a little long, but
Yeah, I thought that there were some parts, that were a little long and a little like, oh man, we're just running and running and running.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then there was also times where it's like we're running and then all of a sudden something pops up and you're like, oh shit, I gotta run. Like,
Yeah.
go! So, yeah. So I think those moments, I think, just kind of, I don't know how to say it. I think it just helped me. I don't know. They were fun. Fuck
Yeah.
it. It was good.
yeah. Sorry, what is this section? What are we on?
We're on content variety.
Content
Yeah.
variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very high, but it was fine.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
wasn't
Like-
a whole lot of content.
It's like 2.5.
Yeah, I
They
gave
mix it up every once in a while, but
I gave it a 3.
I'd give it a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really I was engaged the entire time. There wasn't a lot
Good.
going on. But I really liked it. Sometimes I just like an easy game
Yeah.
Easy
where
to
they're like,
play.
here's the stuff and here's the answer.
I think I know what I was trying to say.
Oh, what were you trying?
It finally came to me. I think it added a little bit of variety because of the pace of the game is what I was trying to get at. Because
Yes.
when you hit those moments of like, oh shit, things are getting crazy, you're like running, it's going so fast. And then there's a time where it's like, oh my God, this will never fucking end. Like I'm walking for hours, it feels like. But, it's only a few minutes, but it feels like forever. And so I think just the time change, the variety of it, I think.
Yeah.
no, I think that's a super excellent point. Like the pacing, was pretty decent.
Mhm.
Yeah, like you kind of have your slow points, and it's like you go in intensity. And
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that's
I respect
probably
that, actually.
and I
Yeah.
think that's the pacing is what made the content variety or the lack thereof work.
Yeah.
But I think it's also what made that lack of depth when we were talking about plot and characters and world building. I think the pacing also took away from those things because we weren't able to sit and really marinate and learn about something.
Sure.
Because you would move quickly through it. But
Quickly, yeah.
yeah, so it worked in one way and I think took away in the other, but it's kind of just
Yeah.
how it
Yeah.
is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's talk about the worst part of this game. Let's talk about the mechanics. I hated the mechanics of this game.
I hated that boy's walking speed.
Um,
That goddamn boy.
let me tell
Damn,
you,
boy.
I played more than half of this game on mouse and keyboard, like a goddamn fool.
You're insane.
Yeah, how was that?
Terrible. It was
Yeah.
really, really bad. But in the very beginning, I thought that the throwing of the light was going to be a lot more prevalent, and it was so hard to aim with the controller.
Yeah.
And so easy to aim with the mouse. And
Yeah, I
was
think
like,
you switched live on the stream.
I did.
Yeah.
I was like, we're switching to mouse and keyboard because if I need to throw this thing, I need to be able to aim it. No. There is a part where you have to be sprinting, crouching, jumping, climbing,
Yeah.
And my poor little fingers trying to hit the shift and the control and the
Oh, gosh.
it was so bad. And then I switched back to controller, and then the next time I had to aim the little thing, I realized that even if you're way off, it will still show you as like
the little circle.
Yeah.
you don't have to aim perfectly. So I was like, God damn it. So if you play this game, play on controller. I'm giving this a 2.
You know, I think that's a good call though. The little circle that indicates that yes, you are going to hit it.
Yeah.
Was very smart, and it was like bright and white, and it was like, so you don't have to like stress that much. In fact, in several of the boss fights where you need to like hit multiple things, I would just do like a quick almost like a no scope sort of situation,
yes,
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. I think I would just agree with you guys. I don't think I have anything else to add.
Yeah. What was your numbered rating?
I give it a 3.
3?
Yeah.
What about you, Rylan?
Yeah, sure, why not 3?
Yeah.
I don't feel very strongly about it either way, to be honest.
Yeah.
Seems good.
I think I was also a little frustrated with the walking speed and stuff, but I think you just got used to it over
It's
the
fine.
game.
For a lot of the game, you could jump
Yeah.
continuously, which is kind of funny because it looked like he was skipping.
Yeah.
And you did go faster went faster jumping than you did running.
Yeah.
So that's what I did
Interesting.
as much as I could. And it made it more better because Alice had something to do, which was hit the A button.
That's
Nice.
true.
So
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
that's all
Very
I
cool.
need.
Yeah.
well, before we get into our final rating of this game, let's talk about the value. This game is $30. Sorry. This game is $29.99 when it's not on sale. How are we feeling about that price?
I would not pay that price.
It's steep.
That's a steep fucking price for a 4-hour game.
Yeah.
It's
in my opinion.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that is a little too expensive for what you get with this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying it's not a good game, just not worth $30. That's like, you're starting to get into AAA game pricing there. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's just like definitely like the amount of content.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially since we all kind of expressed that like we're not really interested in replaying this.
Yeah.
$30 feels big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely catch it on a sale.
Yeah, which I think is why it took us so long to play this game, because every time I've wanted to pick it, I've looked and it has not been on sale. And so I was like, we're not playing this game for $30. That's $90 between the three of us.
Has the reception of this game been pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I think that people enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't think it like topped anyone's list by any means.
Sure.
But
I just kind of realized that it's like, it's very similar to like Little Nightmares,
mhm.
which I know has been really popular. So I don't know if it's like, it's kind of playing in the same space, I think,
yeah.
you know, which people seem to like. So
Sure. Yeah. Honestly, that would be a good recommendation in the Who'd Be Interested if you like Little Nightmares. I think you'd probably like
for
this.
sure.
So, yeah, I just think, we got it on like super sale, and that was fine, but it's just a little too expensive for me. $30.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
But, you know, probably if you go back to all of our episodes, probably almost every game we're saying it's too expensive, really.
I don't know. I think that
Do we have data on that?
I can find some.
Oh,
I'll keep track of it this year.
I'm curious.
Yeah, but well, let's talk about our final ratings before we close out here. I'm gonna be honest. I put this game at the same spot as I put Pilgrims, and I put it at a 3.8.
Oh,
Because I did really like the darkness of this game. There were times that I was super, super invested in like the story and what was going on. So it was nearing a 4 for me, but there just wasn't enough depth. I think I'm leaving it at a 3.8.
I think I'm going to go tradish and go 3.5.
Right on.
Yeah, I enjoyed the game. I thought it was fun. The graphics were good. It was a interesting story, yet very segmented. So that was a little bit of a challenge. But outside that, it was a pretty good one. So 3.5.
Yeah.
Every time I look at my ratings for other games, it's like, this is all wrong. It's all messed up. You know, I think I'm going to put this game at a 3.9.
Nice.
Because I really did. I had a good time with this game, weirdly.
It's really weird because I feel like we're all very like neutral on this game.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun playing it.
You know, I feel like it's almost the sort of thing where it's like when you're watching a movie and it's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
It's like that. Not that like this game was like so horrible or anything like that, but it's just like as I'm playing this, I'm like, oh, like, I don't like these walking sims, you know, like the gameplay's not that like engaging.
Mm-hmm.
But then I guess I just had a good time. So it's
Yeah.
cool. You know?
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
They sneak it on you, you know?
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, this kind of, wait a second, this is actually kind of good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like at some point it turned around and I was like, wait, I'm having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, this concludes the rating episode for Bramble the Mountain King. Please join us next week for the discussion episode as we dive into the details of this game and all its hidden gems. If you haven't played the game yet and it sounds like something you might be interested in, I hope you find time to play before tuning in next week. Please go and give the podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. You can email us with any comments, questions, or constructive criticism at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. You can also send us game requests if there's something you'd like us to review. Just make sure you include game request in the subject line so it's easy for us to find. You can find us on most socials as Let Me Be Your GG. That's Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. And you can find us on TikTok as Let Me Be Your Game Guide. Our Patreon can be found at patreon.com/letmebeyourgg. Thank you so much for listening. We can't wait to see you next week. And thank you so much for letting me be your game guide. GG, y'all.
Bye.
Yeah, I marked the...
That could have been a disaster.
Oh my God.
What? This is normal.